So as I had mentioned earlier, I have 6 screens, 1 computer, and the way I was able to make that happen was I have just the 1 video card. I have this USB dongle that allows, and I got that from Real Sim Gear, which allows 2 HDMI screens to be plugged in and to a USB port, which frees up. So then basically I just have the main screen, the gauge screen, and the 750 attached through video cards. This is through the app, so that's separate. So these 2 are on that, and the other 3 go through the video card. For my Garmin Pilot over here, that's just Wi-Fi. And so now we're going to get going onto the flight. And for this, I'm going to do a complete startup, what I go through to show you getting everything started and set up, which is relatively easy. In addition, I also have a checklist that I go through to make sure that I do things in a proper order and whatnot. So to get going, we're at a point where I'm going to sit there and start Microsoft Flight Sim. And while that's starting up, just takes a second. One of the things I do have on my setup that's unique is that I really have to start the Air Manager after the Real Sim Gear module loads into the sim. Otherwise there's a conflict. So I always start that after I've started the sim and I see the Real Sim Gear module come into play. And I'll turn the speakers on after this right here right now. I just got the speakers off. Any noise, that's going to be the bed kicker vibrating there. The reason why I'm showing you all this is, once again, just in case you want to gauge off of speed or what it is that you see. If you're thinking about having this many different monitors or having this type of setup or anything like that, any of this hardware you might be interested in, or software, or what the computer does, that's the reason why I'm showing this. I'll start the video right at the start of the flight, and then this will be all prior to it, so you can go back and watch the whole thing. So we've got the Real Sim Gear loaded up, so I'm going to minimize that as the sim's finishing loading. Then I'm going to do the Go Flight, and that's for the trim. So that allows the polypot is basically what that is. So it allows me to have the trim. And the other thing that I use is Xmapsy, and that at first I will need to make sure that the computer is hooked up to Wi-Fi. So let me just take a quick look at that there. Yeah, so the Wi-Fi hotspot is on, and so I'm on that network right there. We'll go ahead and start Air Manager. And I have 3 screens that I do for Air Manager, the main one, and then the 2 and then I can minimize that. All right. So we are going to start at KSBP. Try that again. KSBP. St. Louis. All right. And we'll start over here somewhere where the T hangers says departure. All right. One thing that's I don't know what's changed or whatnot, but I used to always have to click on fly twice when you first load it up and then when the screen loads. But now as soon as that does, it just goes immediately right in, which is nice. All right, so let's see other things here. 1 to 2.1. Not getting Xmapsy up just right now. Let me just see if that's changed really quick. That would be another thing that's unique. Is for some reason when I start Microsoft, I lose ability to bring my taskbar up. So if I push the Windows button on the keyboard, where you saw everything flash black, it then loads that up. So let's see. I see. So I haven't started Xmapsy. Let's get that going then. And while that's happening, we'll start Pop-Out Manager. So now Xmapsy is reading. So now this is, go to map, and where we should be down there. Pop-Out Manager is bringing out the Garmin 750, the EDM, and the tablet for the Comanche. Is done. So now I can minimize that. So I do Alt-Enter, and then I programmed the view for this, so Alt-1. And I am now cold and dark. So that was my complete startup to get Pilot Edge, or not Pilot Edge, Garmin Pilot going. I will go back out and get Pilot Edge going, so we can go ahead and do that, I guess. Let's do Alt-Enter, and go over to Pilot Edge. And connect.
Pilot Edge connected.
All right, so Pilot Edge is connected. So now I am set for cold and dark, and I'll be able to do the walk around or whatnot. I'm going to stop it here and just get everything configured for the flight. I've got to, but I wanted to show that aspect, and at that point, that'll start the actual starting point for the video there. All right, so we're at San Luis, and we're going to go through a normal startup here. Slide into place. Checklist. Pre-flight is going to be complete. Passengers brief seatbelt. I always use the armrest for seatbelt, so seatbelt secured. Control locks removed. Parking brake. Brake is set. Switch lever is down. Flaps are up. Radios are off. Avionics master is off. I have this button here assigned to avionics master. Electrical switch, circuit breakers we can check, and rotating beacon on. Fuel selector is going to be on the main today. Going to be doing a flight from San Luis down to Santa Maria. So mixers is going to be rich. Throttle is going to be cracked. Prop's going to be full forward. Carb heat is going to be off. Master is going to be on. Fuel pump is going to be on. Right, prime times there. Right, prime, mag's gonna get both. Clear prop, bed starter. All right, oil pressure is coming up. Avionics master is on. Send it down and bring that RPM back. Alright, avionics coming on. One of the things that's interesting is anytime I touch this touchscreen, the parking brakes go off. It might be because of the fact that A2A has a scenario where to set the parking brakes and release them, I have it on realistic, so I have to push my feet down and pull on the parking brake to set and take it off. So we'll go ahead and take the parking brake off and hold the brakes. Get our TN set up here. Right, we're aware of the oil pressure, oil temperature.
TOS, system test okay.
We're a little over half remaining. Yeah, so we're good there. Alright, for waypoint info, port.
San Luis County Regional Airport, ATIS Information Tango, 1756 Zulu, wind calm, visibility 10, ceiling 5,500 broken, temperature 17, dew point 10, altimeter 3022, arriving and departing runway 29er, visual approaches in use, read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions, advise on initial contact. You have Information Tango.
Building Tower, Southwest 45, ready to go, room 5.
Start our taxis. So, parking brake is going to be released. On altimeter, ammeter, sorry.
Last aircraft calling out the landline, second.
Radios.
Apologies, Southwest 45,
Wanders,
ready to go, room
1200.
5.
Southwest
Altimeter
45.
set, heading indicator is going to be set on the runway.
Cleared for takeoff.
Landing gear, we got
Take
3
off, room
green.
5, Delta 45.
We also have the green up there. Parking brake is released. Check our brakes on roll. Brakes check, okay. We're over here. Set. Go ahead and put tower in.
November 412 Pop Alpha, Los Angeles Center, Bakersfield, altimeter 3017.
For flight plan, that. We'll go ahead and put that in here as well. Oh. And you can do the rotary knob now.
News ground, Skyhawk 619 Delta, entering via parking area, requesting taxi for VFR departure to the south with Tango.
Alright.
November 619 Delta, San Luis ground, runway 29er, taxi via Alpha.
Runway 29, taxi via Alpha, 619 Delta.
Lewis ground, good afternoon. N508 November Papa at a jet with information Tango for VFR departure to the south, ready to taxi.
November 508 November Papa, San Luis ground, runway 29er, taxi via Alpha.
Counter via Alpha, Comanche 508 November Papa. Alright, the run-up area down
Southwest
there.
485, contact SoCal departure.
We'll go down there and do the run-up.
Contact departure, Southwest 45. SoCal departure, Southwest 45, about 3,300, climbing 4,000.
Southwest 485, SoCal departure, radar contact, turn right heading 340, climb and maintain 13,000.
Right heading 340, climb maintain
The one
13,000,
thing about the
Southwest 45.
curved screen, I've got it kind of on a wide stretch view. But as long as my vision is like right in here, this all seems normal. And this, I'm good with just being parenthetial. So where it isn't an actual straight out the windscreen look, it gives me a good surrounding, and I have no problem with the distorted look as things kind of go by. I was noticing when I drive in a car, kind of have the same tendency, like you have parenthetials, but things kind of go stretched and by in a way. So I was kind of good with that area there, or with that setup. All right, into the wind. Mixture's going to be rich. I'm going to set the parking brake, and we're going to do our run up here.
Golf Delta, Echo November Charlie, turn
parking
right
brakes,
heading
brakes are hold.
070.
Fuel quantities, check.
Right heading 070.
Fuel selector is on main tanks. Mixture is going to be
Southwest
rich.
45,
And
clear direct
throttles we're
swap,
going to bring up
climb
to
via
2,000 RPM.
Clear direct flap, climb via the SID, Southwest 45.
Check our gauges here in the green.
November
Oil
66111,
temp
descend to
is
maintain
good.
3000.
Sulfur heps good. Suction's
Maintain
good.
3000,
Fuel pressure.
66111.
All right. Do our mag check. The left is running a little. So we can also just take a quick look there. I want to hold
November
the brakes.
208 Golf.
And
November 208 Golf Golf. Clear direct Gaviota
yeah,
VOR.
Clear direct
yeah, there is a little bit of fouling
208
there.
Golf Golf.
It out a little bit, run it up some. There we go. Should pretty much clear it.
Southwest 485, contact Los Angeles Center 125.27.
Contact LA Center 125.27, Southwest 45.
November 2 Tango Foxtrot, radar contact lost.
Okay. 2,000 RPMs, we're gonna cycle the props.
Northwest phase clearance, 135 Golf Delta, information Romeo clearance to hold on please.
Southwest 45, Southwest 45 Los Angeles Center, climb and maintain flight level 230.
100. Stable.
November 135 Golf Delta,
RP.
off, or correction, North Las
Got
Vegas,
a drop.
standby.
All the way down and see if it falls out. Oh, alright. Configuration pass. Alright. For takeoff. Controls. Control. Elevator trim. Set for takeoff. Rudder. Doors. Closed. Flaps are set. Fuel selector check. Fuel pumps is going to be on.
Ready for taxi Kilo.
Pictures full rich. Prop full forward. Carb heat is off. Gauges check. Strobe lights on. Lights aren't required. For takeoff, we'll have our throttle full open, airspeed alive, engine go to a cross check, rotated 65 or
November 1
85
Kilo
miles an
Echo,
hour.
runway 26 left, taxi via Foxtrot.
Positive rate of climb, we'll do gear up, flaps up, and climb out of 105. Alright. Tower.
Runway Tower, Skyhawk 6196 Delta is at runway 29 for departure to the south.
November 61906 Delta, San Luis Tower, left downwind departure approved, runway 29 cleared for takeoff.
Left downwind departure, runway 29, takeoff. Skyhawk 6196 Delta.
November, correction, Golf Delta, Echo November Charlie, turn right heading 170, intercept localizer.
10 right heading 170 to intercept localizer Golf November Charlie.
November 6611, turn right heading 060.
South inbound with 66111.
Southwest 45, contact Los Angeles Center 133.2.
St. Louis Tower, Comanche 508, November Papa, runway 29, ready for departure, south to,
November 508, November Papa, San Luis Tower, runway 29, line of point.
29, line up away, Comanche 508, November Papa.
Southwest 45, Los Angeles Center, climb and maintain level 270. Golf Delta Echo November Charlie 3 from Hookham, maintain 3000 till established. Cleared ILS, runway 20, right approach.
Maintain 3000 to established, cleared ILS 20 right approach, Golf Delta Echo November Charlie.
November 172 Kilo Alpha, November 5 left down departure, approved from runway 29, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 29er, clear for takeoff, Comanche 508, November Papa, left downwind for the next.
November 1 Kilo Echo Long Beach Tower, runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff.
Alright, airspeed to live, gauges are good, 2500. Rotate 85, positive rate, gear up.
20 right.
Golf Delta Echo November Charlie John Wayne Tower, runway 20 right, cleared to land.
20 right, cleared to land, Golf Delta Echo November Charlie.
November 1117 miles from Hookham, maintain 3000 till established, cleared ILS, runway 20 right approach.
Maintain 3000 until established, clear on ILS 20 right approach, 66111.
500 feet, fuel pumps. Sorry.
November 172 Kilo Alpha, cross Bridget at or above 9,400, cleared RNAV, runway 26 approach Big Bear City. November 208 Golf contact, correction, contact Santa Barbara approach 124.15.
We'll level off at 15, or head out towards the water.
Santa Barbara approach 124.15, Skyhawk 208 Golf.
Alright, autopilot on. Systems check. Set our heading
Santa
bug.
Barbara approach, Skyhawk 208 Golf, level 6000.
Heading. Altitude hold.
November 208 Golf SoCal, approach the Santa Maria altimeter 3019er.
3019er, Skyhawk 208 Golf.
See what we got here.
November 1 Kilo Echo, contact SoCal departure.
Departure, flight 1 Kilo Echo.
Last aircraft calling for flight following standby.
Profile. Alright, so... Well, mountains to get over there. Alright, let's start a climb then. Altitude hold off. Back full power. We're up for 100.
SoCal departure, good afternoon. Lattice 1 Kilo Echo, 2,400 climbing, 3,000 getting 20.
November 1 Kilo Echo, SoCal departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 5,000.
Climb maintain 5,000, Lattice 1 Kilo Echo.
Wow, beautiful day.
November 1 Kilo Echo, turn left, direct Seal Beach, VOR on course.
Left direct Seal
Currently
Beach,
raining outside,
VOR,
so
on course,
this is really nice to
correction, Lattice 1 Kilo Echo.
have this.
November 66111, contact, correction, contact John Wayne Tower.
Contact tower 66111.
We're gonna follow the nav there. On the heading. Correct course. Back to
John Wayne Tower,
reactivate.
Skyhawk 66111, ILS 20 right.
November 66111, John Wayne Tower, runway 20 right, cleared to land, wind calm.
20 right, clear to land, 66111.
Hey.
X.
Northwest Vegas ground.
No, that'll make a big difference.
Delta.
Alright, flight
Southwest
plan.
Tango short golf with Romeo.
I go on Santa
taxi.
Maria. On Santa Maria. Hey.
November 135 Golf Delta, North Las Vegas ground. Runway 12 right, taxi via Golf, cross runway 7 at Golf.
12 right, via Golf, cross 7 at Golf. 5 Golf Delta.
Alright. That makes a world of difference.
November 1 Kilo Echo, you can expect higher in about 3 minutes for airspace.
Blue out of Flicky, like I said.
15 miles. Let's see what weather's going to be there.
Southwest 45 cross Meissen at flight level 240.
Good info. Airport. 019.
To the aircraft calling for flight following, go ahead.
Runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Victor. Santa Maria Public Airport, 8 is information Victor. 19510 Zulu. Wind 290 at 3. Visibility 10. Ceiling 20,000 broken. Temperature 17. Dew point 9 altimeter 3019 arriving and departing runway 30. Visual approaches in use. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Victor. Santa Maria Public Airport, 8 is information Victor. 19510 Zulu. Wind 290 at 3. Louisville.
November 763 Golf, taxi to parking via Alpha Juliet, monitor ground.
Alpha Juliet, monitor ground. Thanks very much. 6 Golf.
Right.
Tower, Golf,
The next thing we need to know is where we're going to park.
To the right at a hotel. Quick transient.
Golf Delta Echo November Charlie, cross runway 20 left at hotel, taxi Hotel Alpha to the ramp, monitor ground on the other side.
So we'll say we're parking at the FBO.
Cross 20 left at hotel and taxi parking by Hotel Alpha. Monitor ground, Golf from Charlie.
Alright, go back to traffic there.
Las Vegas Tower. Number 135 Golf Delta, holding short 12-5, pretty ready.
November 135 Golf Delta, North Las Vegas Tower, runway 12 right, cleared for takeoff.
12 right, cleared for takeoff. Number 135 Golf Delta.
Yeah, so I had Santa Monica instead of Santa Maria. Last letter to the right.
Tower, Skyhawk 6196 Delta, 6 miles to the north.
Wonder why it had me going across all these mountains.
November 172 Kilo Alpha,
oh,
no
just a
traffic,
short
Big
drop
Bear,
down,
report
or hop
cancellation
down.
of IFR, missed approach
72
in the air,
degrees, if it was
on the ground.
wanted to be warmer or colder, I can adjust the heat right here.
Approved.
That it automatically starts warming things up.
November 172 Kilo Alpha, IFR cancellation received, squawk VFR, change to advisory frequency approved.
Santa Maria Tower, Comanche 508 November Papa is 900 miles to the northwest with information to land.
November 1 Kilo Echo, climb and maintain 9,000.
Yeah, the runway is
Private
site up there,
9,000, that's why
or
we're
airport
doing
site, runway as well. But
Southwest 485, Los Angeles Center, descend via rounders to arrival, runway 26 left, transition, the Vegas altimeter 3024.
so it's going to be runway 30, so we can go ahead and do the visual.
November 232 Victor Bravo, contact Las Vegas, approach 125.6. November 5, November 5 Golf Delta, contact Nellis, departure.
Over to Nellis departure, 5 Golf Delta. Las Vegas approach, November 232 Victor Bravo, 10,500.
November 232 Victor Bravo, Las Vegas approach, Vegas altimeter 3024.
3024, November 232 Victor Bravo.
Dallas departure, November 135 Golf Delta, 3,400 climbing via the seat except maintain 5,000.
November 135 Golf Delta, Dallas departure, radar contact, climb via SID.
Climb via the SID, November 135 Golf Delta.
Santa Maria Tower, Comanche 508, November Papa is 5 miles northwest, information, Victor DeLand.
November 508, November Papa, Santa Maria Tower, enter right downwind, runway 30, report midfield.
Right downwind, runway 30, we'll call midfield for Comanche 508, November Papa. Alright, let's start getting our speed. So we're under 50, we're good there, we are on a slow descent. We can go ahead and bring this down a little bit lower. Traffic pattern altitude, 1,200 feet.
Santa Maria Tower, Skyhawk 6196 Delta, 5 miles to the north. The land.
November 6196 Delta, Santa Maria
Fuel pumps
Tower,
on,
enter
make
right
sure it's gonna
downwind,
be
runway
rich.
30, report
So
midfield.
really even thinned it there. Let's go through our
Right downwind, report.
thinned
Right
there.
downwind for runway 3, report mid.
Approach, automaster off, fuel
Skyhawk
pumps
6196
on, fuel selectors, tanks,
November 1
Feels
Kilo
good.
Echo, contact SoCal approach
pictures rich, props, full forward, well,
135.4.
2400 RPM, carbon is required.
let us 1 kilo echo.
Alright.
November 66111, taxi to parking via Bravo, monitor ground.
Taxi to parking, monitor ground, 66111.
November 66111, non-passing score for the I-6 for not completing the full approach.
Alright, so there's our 1200. Start leveling off here. Low altitude, or low airspeed. We'll back up about 15. Then you full pressure. Go ahead and drop the gear. And one thing, it flaps.
Second approach, good afternoon. Platus 1 kilo echo, level 9,000.
November 1 Kilo Echo, SoCal approach, Ontario, altimeter 3017.
3017, Platus 1 kilo echo, thank you.
Our descent. About 106 miles per hour right now. For a beam the field. Santa Maria Tower, Comanche 508, November Papa, midfield for left runway 30.
November 508, November Papa, runway 30 cleared to land.
Runway 30, clear to land, 8 November Papa. Flaps. 500 feet per minute, around 110 on the miles per hour. Last thing of flaps then.
November 5 Golf Delta, contact Las Vegas approach 125.02.
Las Vegas approach 125.0, November 135 Golf Delta.
So we got our 500 right as we're kind of rolling out on final, not bad. 100 on the airspeed. We're losing the airspeed there. $90 over the fence line here. 7.
Southwest 485, contact Las Vegas, approach 125.02.
Drops full forward. Pitch. Firm. 3 green.
November.
Number 135 Golf Delta, can you repeat that frequency?
November 135 Golf Delta, try Las Vegas, contact Las Vegas, departure
25.9 there, number 125 Golf.
November 8 Golf Golf, the San Luis altimeter 3022, information Tango current.
3022, and I already have Tango, Skyhawk 20 Golf Golf.
Alright,
Landing
check. RP off, fuel pumps off, flaps up.
Information, Mike.
Last aircraft calling, say call sign.
Southwest
Put down the
45.
mixture, strobe
Southwest
lights
45
off.
Las Vegas, approach information, Mike current, expect ILS Yankee, runway 26 left.
Expect ILS Yankee for 26 left, Southwest 45.
Fullerton ground, Skyhawk 149er Charlie Delta with India IFR to Van Nuys.
November 412 Papa Alpha,
Alright,
November 412 Papa Alpha, cross SOGS at 1000, the Burbank altimeter 3017. Burbank altimeter 3017. November 149er Charlie Delta, Fullerton ground, standby.
Six approach, number 135 Golf Delta, level 7000.
November 135 Golf Delta, Las Vegas, departure, climb and maintain 10,000, Vegas altimeter 3024.
Try and maintain 10,000, 3024, number 135 Golf Delta.
Santa Maria Tower, Comanche 508 on Alpha 5 for the FBO.
November 508, November Papa taxi to parking via Alpha, monitor ground.
Alpha monitor ground, Comanche 508, November Papa connect. Ground.
Santa Maria Tower, Skyhawk 6196 Delta, right downwind 30.
November 61906 Delta, Santa Maria Tower, runway 30, clear to land.
Runway 30, clear to land, Skyhawk 6196 Delta.
November 2 Victor Bravo, contact Las Vegas, approach 125.9er.
25.9er, November 2 Victor Bravo.
See this guy help marshal me in here.
November 149er Charlie Delta, clear to Van Nuys Airport, on departure flight 230, radar vectors, Seal Beach, then as filed, climb and maintain 2,000, expect 4,000 at 10 minutes. Departure frequency 128.1, squawk 3206.
Not doing it
Van
today.
Nuys on
Alright.
departure heading 230, radar vector Seal Beach as filed,
track.
maintain 2, expect 410 minutes, 128.1 and 3206, Skyhawk 149er
Avionics are
Charlie
off.
Delta.
November 149.
Thousand RPM. Alright, that does the flight. So, before I go in, I'm going to now shut everything down and start an X-plane flight in the Beach Baron. Just a couple notes on the build of the sim. I did some time frames and stuff like that, and when I started this, I started collecting parts for everything on September 3rd of this year, and it wasn't until October 14th that I started building. And when I went to build it, the first thing I did was I put this chair on a sheet of plywood because I knew the whole platform was going to be 4 foot by 8 foot. And I put it up against a wall that would have the back wall and the side wall. And that way I could do all the measurements off of everything. I knew where the chair would be in the sim and where the panel would be, all based off of measuring from that wall or this back wall in another room where I did it. So I started building that, and then that was on October 14th. I had enough parts, everything on hand to build the panel and cut out for all the stuff here on the panel. And so that's all it was. It's just a platform with a chair and the panel. From October 14th to October 27th. October 27th, I had built the platform that everything is on now. And then I started moving things over. So from October 27th till December 1st was all building out this and having all the parts manufactured, having the upholstery done, waiting on the computer to show up. The computer showed up on November 30th, and by December 1st, I had my first flight in it. When I was setting up in the other room, before I had the other computer, I had everything on my old system, and it was struggling. It was a 1080. It was the time frame when 1080 it just came out, so it was a nice processor, and it's still a great computer. But this was all kind of staticky. It couldn't reproduce that, but it did support all the other screens. I was very happy with that. I did have an issue where it wasn't allowing me to use the dongle. I couldn't assign screens for Air Manager or something like that. I can't remember what it was, but I ended up plugging one of the video cables into the actual motherboard and not the video card, and it worked. And so it gave me promise everything in time will work, and it has. Once you get drivers installed, the drivers for this to get the lights working, drivers for the SATEC panel. I want to give out some shouts to the support people. Real Sim Gear, if you buy anything from them, those guys are amazing. They're prompt. They have a really great website to show how to do things and whatnot. But their IT help or their tech help emails and stuff like that, extremely helpful, and has got me on helped me getting going, because I'm more of a plug and play kind of person. I also want to give a shout out to Desktop Aviator. I told him what I was doing, and he recommended what to do. He gave me some good information. He doesn't do custom anymore, so but I was able to use 2 of his existing panels, and he kind of helped me with that. I've bought some other stuff in the past from him. I bought the 430 Garmin panel that was in my old Simpit, and the fuel selector. So he's I don't know what kind of outfit he is as far as size-wise. I would imagine it's a one-person operation, but someone that I highly support. As far as everything else is been quality. For the design of the yoke, one of the things in this right here, I wanted to have. I hate looking up. I always wanted a sim where my head is straight ahead. So doing the panel down at an angle helps. I wanted the low profile. The original layout for everything here was a scenario where it's not what I ended up with. I had a completely different thing. Most of the components are there, but as the Comanche came out, I was like, "Ooh, I'm going to do the Comanche," and I moved things around. Originally wanted to have the 2 Garmin's G5s on top of each other, but to keep that low profile, I had to offset them there, which is not a big deal. Another thing that I had to factor in was being able to turn without hitting that. So I had to bring this out when I did that, and then I brought it at an angle. So this board right here is at an angle, allowing me to sit there and never hit my legs. Spacing wise, making sure that I was able to put the parking brake here. I had options if I didn't want to put it here, but I always have to make sure to slide this seat all the way back, like you would in a real plane to go. Otherwise, your knees hitting that, and making sure this is at the right height for doing that, which is nice. So with the armrest over here, I'm comfortable with this, and my hand over here for the throttle. I'm not out in space. Down here, I'm able to rest my the back of my arm against the back of the seat, and just rest my arm on the throttles when I'm doing a throttle quadrant out of the Bravo there, the Honeycomb Bravo. Just trying to look around. When I did the LED strip lighting, and I brought this out, I lost the light here. This is just like a triangle piece and a side piece for a bracket. I don't have it screwed in. These are able to screw in. This, I think, when I cut the plastic out. So the panel is an actual plastic. I think it was like 1/4 of an inch. The right size. I've used wood all in the past, but then I bought this plastic sheet, and it was beautiful because I can cut the thinnest of lines, like between these two right here, there's an actual piece of plastic, and on like wood that would split or break off, you can have that little strip of plastic. So cutting it and screwing into it works wonders for that. When I bought these, I also brought the brackets that came with this. I was able to use the brackets to draw out the cutting to cut into. The Garmin 750 is a unique back. It's not an easy thing to just like lay down and trace out, and I didn't have the bracket for it. So that one was a little bit of manipulation there. And but with the lighting strip here, I have 2 strips, one that just goes from here to there, and then another one that goes down across the bottom and then into the engine room, into the avionics bay, and then underneath, because it was 14 foot long, so I just ran it and used that. So what I did was on that piece, I ran a light underneath here, and so that lights this up, where that was, after I brought that out, was making that all dark. So that was a design feature. Over here, I have a cigarette, what would be a cigarette you would use to plug into a cigarette opening for a USB-C and the normal USB port. One cable I have, the USB-C, I have that just for charging purposes, so I can charge the GoPro or anything else, this iPad. And then the other one goes directly to the computer. It just makes a clean, I have a short cable here, so it makes it nice and clean. For this over here, I was finding that I'd have to charge it all the time after every flight, so I ran it a 90-degree USB cable and hit it down, and that way it's always on charge and always fully charged there. Just looking around to see if there's any other things I could to talk about on the build aspect before we go to the next flight. And really, I really don't have nothing. So we'll start we'll shut this all down and we'll go into the next flight.